Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Trailhead Ranger NJ, and in our this video we are following this series that is Unlock Your Data with Data Cloud, and we were doing this trail mix. And in our previous video we have completed the section related to the identity resolution, and we have done one project as well there. So now in this video we'll be starting with this section, that is segment and gain insight. And our first module is for this project, that is quick start and enhance data with insight. So I'll get started with it. I'll open this in new tab, and for these projects you will be needing a Trailhead playground. So I hope you have already configured for your previous module, and it should already be linked, and if not, just follow the steps as mentioned over here and then you will be done. So for me it is done already. I'll be clicking on launch, and then I'll just go through the steps that what they are talking about. So we have already learned about these, that is what is data cloud insights and how we are doing it. So data cloud insights is nothing but providing an insight using a analytics parameter. And for this we are following some terms such as measure, dimension, and insight builder. So as we'll be working with it, we'll be learning more and more about it. So first of all, we need to open the Data Cloud app in our app launcher. So for me it is already here. If for you it is not there, you can just go over there and search for Data Cloud and then select the Data Cloud app. After this we need to go to the identity resolution tab and select the rule set which we have created. So I'll go to the tab identity resolutions, and this is the rule set I have created last time, and it is here, and this is the resolution summary I am having. Then after this data is showing, now we need to create a calculated insight. So what we'll do, we'll go to the data stream and create a new data stream for the Salesforce CRM, and then select the object as case, and then we'll click on next. Okay, so I'll go to the data stream, click on new, select Salesforce CRM, then click on next. Over here I'll select view objects here, and then I will search for case, select case, and then click on next. After clicking on next, we need to leave all the fields as it is, and we need to select the category as engagement and event time field to create a date. So here you can see an object category is here for us, so I'll select engagement. So we have already discussed that what is the difference between profile and engagement category. So profile is nothing but the objects which are providing the data related to an individual for a user, like contact, like these are the profile category. Engagement is if they are providing some data related to analytics, like how many clicks has been made to the website, or how many views are there. So these kind of object we refer to as engagement. Event time field will select as created date, and let's see what else they are asking us to do. Everything else we need to keep the same. I'll click on next over here, and then I'll click on deploy. So deploy takes some time, I'll wait for it. And meanwhile, what our next step is, we need to go to the case data stream which we have just created, and in the data mapping section we need to select the data model entities as the case, and then we need to do the mapping. Okay, let's see if it is done. It's done. I'll open this data stream. I'll click on this start button. So this is the mapping which we will be doing. So here is the data model entities. I'll click on select objects here. So sometimes it takes time. This data cloud is basically, um, working through a large set of data. So it takes some time to process this. So you have to wait for it. Okay. Yeah, after selecting the case object from the standard data model, we will be adding that, and then we will map these fields, that is status, account ID, and the contact ID from our data lake object. Here it is. So you can see all objects, standard, extended, standard data model, custom. So we need to select standard data model from here, and the object is case for us. So here it is. You can see all the fields under this object, and I'll click on this plus icon and then click on done. After clicking on done, some of the standard mapping it has already done, but the rest which we need to do is status. We need to do it with the case status. So I'll select this and this, and here I will have to select account ID to account and contact ID to individual. So again I will search over here for contact ID, and here it's individual. So this is the mapping I have done. Now I'll just save and close this. Now this is done. Now what we'll do, we need to create the calculated insight. So we'll go to the calculated insight tab. I'll click here, and then we'll select the button new. Now it is giving us multiple option that data space to select. So already currently we are having only the default data space. Then we can select the calculated insight, streaming, or the real time, and even if we want it from a package or from a data kit. So first here we'll select the calculated insight. Then here we'll select the visual builder tool. So we are doing it using the visual builder tool. So I'll click on next. After this, we need to search for the unified individual object, so on which we will be creating. So here our visual builder is open. So I'll search for unified individual, and I'll select this and click on next. These all fields are available in this unified individual data model object. So I'll click on next here. After this, we need to create our insight which can calculate the insights. So this is the visual insight builder we are having. So some of the operations we need to perform, so we'll be following the steps from here. So first of all, we'll select the join here, that is we want this unified individual DMO to be joined with our case. So this is done. Then it automatically will join and add the multiple object to create a proper join from the unified individual. So whatever the gap will be here between the case and the unified individual, it will already fill it. I'll click on next. So we can see all the multiple joins are there. So it has joined it with the unified link individual and then case. So this is the gap between the unified individual and the case. So this is already done. We are following the join type as inner. So in you can see inner include all the matching rows from the join in case, and it will include only the matching rows from all the multiple matches we will be finding. So this is the basically criteria we have given, that is individual ID should be mapped with this, key qualifier should be matched with this, and then these two fields are automatically will be getting from the case. So I'll click on apply. So after clicking on apply, now we need to do the aggregate perform. After selecting the aggregate operation, we need to count the case IDs. So we'll select the count and then case ID field and then give its name as count case ID, and we'll click on apply. So what we'll do, you can click on this plus icon, click on this aggregate, and after the clicking on this aggregate we need to select the aggregate function. I'll click on this pencil icon, okay, sorry, measure. So count is selected here. I'll search for my, I can even type here case ID. So this is here, I'll select this, click on next and give the metric name. This is count case ID and click on apply. So count case ID we have done. Now we need to add the dimension. So dimension is how we want to group the data. So we are calculating it, but based on what it needs to be grouped. Even if we perform the aggregate SOQL, we are grouping the data after performing the aggregate function there as well. So we need to follow the same here as well. So in the dimensions, I'll select the measure. So in the measure we are selecting unified individual ID from the source and then unified individual, and then we are clicking on next. Unified individual ID from unified individual, click on next and giving the dimension name as this, click on apply. Now are we adding another dimension as well? Yes, we need to add case status as well as a dimension. So I will click on this plus icon, search for case status and then click on next and give the dimension name and click on apply. Now after this we will be saving this work and run this. Okay, save as draft first. Okay, keep editing, click on apply here. Now do this. Okay, now what is the insight name? That is unified individual case counts. Okay, click on next. Schedule is not scheduled, we are publishing it now, not scheduled, click on enable. After coming to the record page of the calculated insight, you need to find the publish now button over here, click on this. Only after publishing you will be able to see its data which it will be generating, that is the insights. So last run status is still in pending, let's wait for it. So publish now we have done. Okay, so now we will be verifying the data by going to the calculated insights. Okay, it is still in pending. So after you are done with it, what you can do, you can go to the data explorer. In the object over here you can select calculated insight and here you will be seeing this. Currently I am not having the data as it is still not run yet, but after you will see here the success or active status, you can see the data over here, and that's how you will be done. Let's see. Okay, let's wait for it, let's wait for hours to have the status completed or the success as well. So now the status is success, you can see over here, and I'll go to the data explorer tab again, my already object and this is selected. I'll just click on this icon, that is a refresh icon, and I can see the data that it is counting the case ID based on the case status, that is we are grouping. So closed status, with this unified individual we are having only one case. Then we are with the closed status, with this unified individual we are having two cases. So that's how we can calculate, and even you can see these way here we are having three cases as well. So that's how we can utilize the calculated insights using the unified individual in our data clouds. And I hope you understand it, and if you do, please like it, and I'll be just verifying the challenge over here because we have completed all the steps. Yes, Let's wait for it to verify. So it is done. Now if you learn something, please like it and subscribe the channel, and you can leave the comment in the comment section for me to notice, like if you are having any opinion, any doubt or any problem. Even the community would love to help you out. Every other member who are joining us or who are following our videos, they also help you out as well in the comment section. So please do like and subscribe the channel and stay tuned. Thank you.